Hey guys, I wanted to shoot a quick video for you today and talk to you about the entrepreneurial journey that we're all on. And so when I first decided I wanted to open my digital marketing agency, and even when I first decided I wanted to get into business, I had some objectives, and I want to see if these objectives are similar to the ones that you may be feeling. I wanted to get into business because I wanted freedom, and I wanted freedom of money, and I wanted freedom of time so that I would be able to have the opportunity to share those magic moments either with my wife or to, be at that first track and field meeting for my kids when they're competing, or the martial arts belt that my son wanted to pass. I was able to show up at those events, and I looked at business as a vehicle to allow me to do that. And unfortunately, what I know to be true is sometimes what happens with businesses is while we get into them for that freedom, we end up creating a situation where we're really trapped or caged because the business doesn't get to the level where it can provide that freedom. And we find ourselves wearing all the hats, doing all the work, and making less money and having less freedom, and really ignoring the people that we love. Right? The business doesn't do what we need it to do, so we shut down all the other areas of our life, right? We don't invest the time in showing up for our spouse, right? And obviously that has effects. We don't have the relationship we want with them. When we're with them, we're not connected. We're kind of thinking through the stress of how are we going to pay the bills? How are we going to grow the business? Same thing with kids. You end up snapping at them or showing up in a way that's not really the way you want your relationship to develop with them. And again, this is the same thing for our bodies, right? Are we putting in the right fuel? Are we investing in going to the gym? Are we getting the right amount of sleep? Obviously, this is a personal choice for everybody, and I'm not here to preach any of that to anybody, but these were the things that were important to me when I got my business going. And so over the last couple of years, working with literally dozens of marketers on their business, one of the things that I've noticed is the people that stall out and create these situations where they feel trapped, they have some problems that are going on in their business. And really what I want to do in this video is point out what some of those problems are and see if any of them relate for you in your business. And if you find yourself trapped, really giving you some answers on how you can move the dial and hopefully get closer to that freedom that really was the reason you got into business in the first place. So one of the things that is definitely true for businesses that feel stuck is they don't have a lead generation system that consistently brings in qualified leads. And so what this leads to is what I call hope marketing, right? They hope that their clients are going to refer customers. They hope that the phone is going to ring. So maybe, this isn't solved in your business today, then you may be in this hope marketing stage where you really are waiting for something else to happen out there because you don't have a system designed to bring those people to you. All right. And the next problem that is very common in businesses that feel stuck is the owner knows intellectually that they are responsible for making sure that prospects know about their business, because if they don't know about their business, they won't be able to buy. But they haven't accepted that responsibility that it's up to them to promote their business, right? It's kind of one of these things where if I told you, like, does somebody need to know about you to buy from you, you would say yes, but you may not be taking action within your business to really make that happen. And so if you haven't solved that, it is another problem that needs to be solved in order for the business to deliver on that freedom that you're looking for. The third problem that's very common is the business owner, and perhaps you have this problem, you assume that your prospect is going to be ready to buy when they first hear from you or of you. And so you've designed your marketing basically to only make their offer that time. And so what ends up happening is the only people that can really interact with you and buy are the people that are ready to buy today. And that's a much smaller subsection of the market that you're serving, and it's holding you back. It's limiting the amount of growth that you can have in your business. And then the fourth point that I really think that us as business owners need to understand is we underestimate the level of risk that we're asking our prospects to take on to do business with us, right? Very often we're selling to businesses, and those businesses have been around for a long time. And the reason they're looking for marketing services from us is because some other marketer has made promises up here and delivered down here, right? They've been burnt in the past. They have a reason to be gun shy in order to take an offer where all of the risk is on their shoulders. And so what ends up happening is you're not just competing against your competitors, you're also competing against them taking no action at all. And so we need to understand that, and we need to embrace that, so that we are sensitive to the fact that there is a lot of risk that we are asking them to take on. So these problems really create the jail that we're in, or the prison, or the cage. If we don't solve them, the business basically can't grow, because there is no engine bringing those prospects to us, no opportunity for us to be able to pitch them, and we don't have a situation where we have something for them other than if they're ready to buy today, and we don't have the concept of how much risk we're asking them to take on. All right, so what I want you to consider is your business could be much different than this, right? And there are plenty of businesses out there that are much different than this. And it really comes down to adding some systems to your business so you don't find yourself in this pain of living, in hope marketing and really praying that something is going to change, just working harder, burning out, ignoring your family and, your health and your kids, so that you can just pay the bills. That's not why you got into this. So I encourage you to look at the possibility, or consider the possibility, that your business can be designed and you can have a lead generation system that literally attracts in your ideal prospects on a weekly and monthly basis, new people coming into your business consistently that are qualified leads for you, right? You can design a process that attracts and converts those ideal prospects. And what you need to understand is you need to get them to know who you are, to like you, to trust you, to view you as a provider of choice. But that promotion strategy needs to be your responsibility. And once you understand that and you put a system in place, it becomes really easy for your prospects to discover you. And once they discover you, it becomes easy for them to consider you for the service that you're offering. And the next thing that is going to be something you'll want to have in your business so that you can have this enjoyable freedom is the understanding that your prospects are going to play hard to get, right? The type of clients that you want that are willing to pay a premium service for you, they're not going to be ready to buy on that first interaction. So you need to step up your seduction game. You need to think through the steps that you're going to want to walk them through so that they get to know, like, and trust you, and really feel like your marketing is designed for them, seducing them through a series of yeses to the point where they're ready and they want to do business with you. And lastly, you're going to anticipate that your clients are going to feel the risk of that initial offer. And so you're going to put an irresistible offer together, something I call a product for prospects. It is designed simply to get them to say yes to the first offer. And what we are going to do, we're going to give them a high value offer at a low cost to them, right? So high value, low risk, win-win. You're going to give them a risk reversal, but this is designed specifically in a way where you know that you can deliver it, you know that you are not losing money on it, you can give them that money back guarantee, and you really start them on the series of becoming a client and then move them up your value ladder. So when you transform from the situation that you're operating in today to this possibility of what you could have in your business, that is really the key to getting the freedom that originally drove you into business in the first place. And it's just solving some of these little systematic problems in your business that you just haven't designed, but once you put it into place, the business really can explode. But in order for you to do that, you need to accept some principles, right? Some ways of thinking about the business that are important in order for you to make that transition. And the first one is every skill gets better with practice, right? And so if you're having problems with your lead generation, I know that it's very likely that you're not practicing lead generation, right? It's like any other skill. If you have kids, you teach them to ride a bike. They suck at first, they fall, they get training wheels, they get used to it, they keep practicing, they keep practicing, they keep practicing, and then bam, they take off and they've solved that problem. Lead generation is the same. You have the same issue in your business. You need to practice. And so we've set up a way where we practice and show people how to systematically improve their skills over time. And this is what gets them from this pain of not having enough leads coming in to, a flood of leads coming in weekly and monthly. Next, you need to internalize and accept that just because you have a great service doesn't mean you're going to have a great company. First, you have to have the great service, but with that great service, you need to have great promotion. You need to make sure that you're identifying who your prospects are and you're making sure they know who you are. So once they know who you are, they can consider that product that you want to offer them. And finally, when you're looking at your premium clients, you need to seduce them, right? So basically the way I would look at this is premium clients need to be seduced. Commodity clients, they're ready to buy right away, but they're not willing to pay you a premium, right? So when you think about this, if you want premium clients, you need to tell yourself premium clients need to be seduced. The only people that don't need to be seduced are the people that are ready to buy today, and the people that are ready to buy today view your service as a commodity and they want to pay the lowest price. So if you want those type of clients, if those are the type of clients you have in your business today, I'm going to tell you that the reason you have those clients today is because your marketing is set up to talk to those low commodity clients who are really a pain in the ass because they want to pay you the least. They have the highest expectations. They need you to produce tomorrow or the business isn't going to make money. And this is an issue that you need to internalize, that premium clients require seduction. Once you understand that and you put that to use in your marketing, it's going to change who you're attracting into your world. And then the last principle that you need to accept is just a psychological principle, right? So once clients say yes to work with you at a small level, they made a decision that they trust you. And once they've made that decision that they trust you, you earn the opportunity to audition with them, and then you earn the opportunity to sell them your core service. So rather than trying to pitch them your core service at $2,000 or $3,000 a month right out of the gate and telling them that they need to accept that risk for 3, 6, 9 months before they're going to be able to really make a decision as to whether you're delivering or not, give them an opportunity to try something smaller, high perceived value, low risk for them. And that's going to convince them to say yes. Once they say yes at the small level, it becomes a lot easier to get them to say yes at the higher level. Take advantage of that principle in psychology because it's going to make all the difference in you being able to create the business with the freedom that you want related to your money and your time. All right, so let's synthesize this down to 4 easy steps, right? Because lead generation really comes down to these 4 steps. You want to have focus and discipline in your lead generation. And there is a tactical way and a strategic way to deploy this in your business. And once you understand this focus and discipline approach and are practicing this approach in your business, things just start to flow to you way easier. You got to remember that you need to be famous for a few, right? You don't need everybody to know who you are because you're not trying to serve everybody. You're trying to serve your ideal prospects, and you need to become famous for a few. And so once you understand that mantra of famous for a few and that it's your responsibility to promote your business to them so that you have the opportunity to pitch them that service, they'll never consider you if they don't know who you are. All right, and the third one is foresee that high-end clients need to be seduced, right? They're going to play hard to get, and you accept that, you anticipate it, and you build your marketing for those people because you're not looking for commodity clients, you're looking for those high-value clients. And then lastly, your first offer needs to be irresistible. If you set this up and you deploy this in your business, what's going to happen is you're going to go from this place where you're caged and you're trapped in your business and it's not making enough money, and all of the problems that flow from that, which is you doing everything, you can't afford help, and really it feels like this isn't what you imagine when you set out to build your business, to the situation where the business is really there to allow you to have the life that you want. If that sounds like something that is interesting to you, what I'm going to tell you can do now is drop below this video and leave a comment if you're interested, or send me a PM. Let's have a Facebook Messenger chat. I want to know a little bit about your business, who you're selling to, where you are in your business. I'll let you know if this is something that makes sense for you. If it is, I'm going to invite you to jump on a 10-minute phone call with me where you can tell me a little bit more about what you're doing, and we can have a short conversation where I can explain how I can help you transition from where you are to a much different spot where you're going to enjoy your business a lot greater. And so I've had the opportunity of doing this with a number of marketers, and it is amazing how quickly, and by quickly, I'm not trying to set expectations of everyone is going to be able to do it in the same period of time, but I have seen it happen where people will go from 10 to 30,000 in 90 days or 15 to 45,000 in 90 days. Because once you put these steps into place in your business, things start to change dramatically at a really, really quick pace. Leads start to come in and you're able to close them. And with that, you're able to take advantage of all of the value that systematization has in making things happen on a consistent and predictable basis. So again, if you're interested in making this transition from the state that your business is currently in to the state where you're going to be generating the leads that you want for the growth and the freedom that you want, drop a comment below. I'll send you a PM on Facebook. We'll have a quick discussion, and if it makes sense, we can hop on a phone call. And then if it makes sense to work together, I'm happy to discuss that with you. And if I think that it makes sense for you to look at another angle or another training, someone else, something that I've consumed that I think will work for you, I'm happy to point you in that direction too. So hopefully you got something from this video. If you did, hopefully give me a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video.